Yes, boys, welcome back. Another episode of Stage Standard Bodybuilding Recap. And it's been a busy weekend, all over
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
place, actually. So we had PCA, Nabba, the Spain show. What was it called? Top 10 or something, right?
What, the Spain show? Ben
Yeah.
Weeder Spain, wasn't it? Ben Weeder Spain.
Oh, Ben Wheeler, that was it. Yeah.
Spain. You like a
Ben
Ben
Wheeler.
Weeder?
And there was a Nab in Northern Ireland, but I haven't. I'll be
There
honest, I
was
haven't
another
looked.
Northern Ireland that I actually need to. I'm a little bit obviously behind. We'll talk about
I
that.
haven't looked at the Nab in Northern Ireland, to be honest.
I've got the PCA down and the Nabba show down. I was
Yeah.
down. So yeah,
I haven't seen much from it. I'll go onto the page if there's updates
we'll
from there.
cover it.
We'll
We'll
recover.
cover it because I did see it today and it's worth a look. Worth a look.
Sweet. Sweet. All right, where should we start? Lewis, should we start with you, mate? You competed, so it seems like the best place to start, right?
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to make it about? I don't really want to make it about me because the podcast's not about me. It's about bodybuilding. So
We
I'll give you just like a brief of like my whole experience with Nabba because
Yes.
you boys haven't competed with Nabba either, have you?
No, neither.
Um, I haven't competed with Nabba, and I was chatting to the owner of Nabba, really nice guy. When I came off stage from Classic in my class, um,
Is that Mark?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I spoke to him
and
briefly in DMs. He seems like a nice guy.
yeah, and basically what he was saying is what we were kind of saying on the podcast is that he's really about just trying to get people to come and do shows, bring up bodybuilding. He loves bodybuilding. He wants to introduce it to a wider audience, get people competing. He isn't really bothered. I mean, yeah, in his federation, but he's not really about that. He just likes bodybuilding. He runs the shows that he loves, and they've done it for years. And now they are trying to just put more into it, and they are doing that and trying to advance it and push it, which actually I think they are doing very successfully. I'm going to go into the goods and the bads, but yeah. Do you boys want to say anything before I kind of go any further?
I
No,
mean,
man,
obviously,
I'm quite
just
excited to hear back from yourself about how it's been. 'Cause I'm at the Nabba Wales show this weekend with a couple of clients. So I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback on
All
it.
right, cool.
I've never
About
even
the
been
show,
to spectate it.
so like the show in general, then,
absolutely.
and we'll talk about who does it in a minute. So, like Nabba itself, it's the first time I've been to it. What I would say is the venue itself was actually quite surprisingly really good. The audience had like little tables, circle tables. People were ordering like proper meals. Someone was eating like chili con carne. Someone had a roast dinner. Some
Making
people
a
had
full
like party
experience of it.
food. Then there was like it was packed. Me and the missus walked in, and we were like, "Wait, what? What's going on? This is rammed." And like, there was loads. They was giving out like loads of these horns. Do you know like that you blow like at like a football game?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people
everyone
were
going.
coming on and doing stuff, and everyone was like, give them a like a back in, and everyone was like blowing, like going mad, and it was crazy. Like from
I
that
actually love that.
perspective, to give a hype to the athletes. Some of these are teens and stuff categories,
Yeah.
giving teen. I mean, the lad that won the teens is 15.
Yeah. He's that social media star, isn't
Yeah, yeah, and he's a really nice guy. I was talking to him. We'll go into that, but you know, so it's good for them to have that buzz and backing when they're on stage. It gives them the confidence. I thought that was great. I think the communication and the way that the staff dealt with the athletes was fantastic. Really polite, really pleasant. That's the first time I've ever met anybody, and I've only got fantastic things to say about everybody that I was introduced to. You know what it can be like sometimes at shows. You can sometimes feel like you're there irritating people, or
Yeah.
you're
I had
not
to
wanting
argue
to
with my
be
weight
there.
class.
Yeah, it wasn't that vibe where you feel like you're not welcomed or wanted. I felt, even as a previous IFBB pro, and we know that that can cause some scrutiny, I felt welcomed there, which was really nice for me personally, because I was a little bit worried about doing it and how that might feel. Although I'd messaged Nabba beforehand, I was just a little bit worried. You know, when you go and you just don't know what the vibe's going to be like. They made it me more than comfortable, and it was really good. And they did that for everybody. It wasn't
Of
just me.
course.
I will say that they were across the board with that. The prizes were probably the best I've seen at like a standard amateur regional show. at any show.
What did you get? Talk us through it.
So I won, all in all, a trophy for my category and a medal, both. A good trophy as well. Then I won for the overall a large, huge medal. I'll get it. It's here.
That's such a sick shot, that is, as well.
Very cool page.
It's massive. Like, it's a big fucker. So I got that. That's cool. I got another medal. I got a plaque as well. I got a bag. I got some meat Tupperware. I got what else did I get? Some water bottles, protein, pre-workouts and stuff. £1,000 cash.
That's nice.
But then they were giving out two of the junior lads. They got £500 supplements each. That's £1,000 in a junior category, given out like that in a random junior category. That's a lot of money.
Buzzing with that as well.
Somebody randomly got a year's membership to Ultraflex and because that's nearby, local, and a PT session one-on-one with Amph. And that was the team.
No one wants that. No one wants that.
I think it's a team, which I think's cool if it was him.
Do you want to get broken by Amph Bales? No.
Yeah, so do you know what I mean? Like the prizes, and obviously the pro cards as well. They give out the pro cards, don't they, to who they believe is deserving of a pro card.
Is that for class winners then, Lewis? Is it?
Only a class winner. So you win your category, and if you win your category and they deem you worthy of pro card. Now you do have the option. So what they did tell me is I can say no, and if I was to want to do the British or something, I could choose whether or not to do that as an amateur or a pro.
So talk me through the pro league that they have then. So is it at the regional shows it's just amateur? And
then the bigger shows, and there are international shows that you can do with Nabba as well.
Right.
And so there are prizes available for those that vary.
Right, so it's very similar to PCA then, or the regional shows are just for amateurs, the big shows are for the pro shows, right?
Yeah.
Do they link up with other federations for the Europeans?
As far as I'm aware, Nabba is actually in other places, and it is under the Nabba Federation. Nabba.
I wasn't sure if they linked with WABA or
I have had follows since doing that off Nabba, wherever the country is.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, lads, but I'm pretty sure isn't it the oldest bodybuilding federation worldwide?
Yeah, do you know what it says on the trophy? 1950s.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when
do you know what, right? I will say, when I came into bodybuilding at first, if you were as a Nabba Mr. Universe, you were a somebody.
Yeah.
Right? If you
wasn't
walked
that
in
the
the gym,
original
you
Mr.
were
Universe?
Nabba Mr. Universe. People would know who you were, and you were a big name.
Yeah.
And those older guys and a lot of the people even before that were all there, and they still go and they get involved and they all love it, and everybody that is involved in it, like even the guy on stage on the mic, is a good old Mr. Universe bodybuilder that it's just got that cool old, and I liked that. I thought that was really cool. I think the standard was
social media. It's a winning combination, really, isn't it?
The social media was really good. Obviously, today I've had quite a lot of involvement from them in social media, which for the people up and coming is really good. Get them seen.
Say as well, is the quality of the photos and the videos they put out is really good as well. Like if you compare it to some other feds where the quality is not as good, like this is.
They've just put one on today, just now, an edit of the whole show that's really good clipped and very well edited.
Yeah, it's what they need. Like you said, it's still combining the old roots that they have, but with the modern stuff now. And I feel like that's a very nice combination. And with the prizes and stuff they're giving out, Lewis, is that from the show promoter putting more money in, or is it through sponsors that are getting involved?
So I believe it's sponsors, and the people that were there watching and the sponsors that were there were quite generous. They were just like, if they want to give out extras, they'll just give stuff out to people that they.
I also just think like that do our shows actually going to sponsors? Because there's so many businesses about, and they go, "Oh, do you sponsor this show?" I'm sure most companies would, because it's a tax write-off, like you're giving like stuff for things. But I just feel like shows don't really do it, whereas they're evidently doing it and getting obviously like plenty of prizes to
Yeah.
give out.
In the old days, like I don't know if you boys ever competed with NFM. NFM used to give out really good goodie bags and stuff as well, and competitors remember it.
Yeah.
Like they remember getting stuff for free. Like even if it's a T-shirt when you register, you get a free T-shirt. Like
I got a T-shirt as well. I want a T-shirt as well. Work
that's
together.
what I mean. That's great. Like that's what they used to do back in the day. A lot more of that, and I think it's cool. It's a nice touch. And
It
again,
goes a
like,
long way.
it does, yeah. Like because we spend a lot of money in this sport, and we do put a lot of money into competing. So just getting a little something back.
The T-shirt itself's like a custom Nabba North 2026 one. Like it's a nice like American football jersey thing.
Nice.
Um, but that's details. They've gone into
Yeah.
effort. They've made them for that show. Just you can't get them again. People keep it. Like people do remember that. And that for me was really impressive. I will now say some of the things that I think were not bad, but they could improve on. And I think they were also aware of it. So I don't think it's going to be me necessarily pointing it out. I think the main thing is timing. This video is about 7 o'clock, half 7 at night. Um, like open bodybuilders are on after. Keeping on when you even my size, that's hard. You're not on.
Even
What
So
time did the show start?
it was meant to start at 12. They were running late, and they did in the second half start to play catch up. I don't think they were in a rush with it.
So that'll be why it's obviously, because obviously, like, say for example, PCA would start at 10 and then finish at like 5.
Yeah.
So if they're starting at like 12, then obviously.
However, I think potentially that the Nabba shows are run by whoever is in that region running the show, and therefore it can vary depending on the day and what show you're at. So it's not a statement for all shows. It can just happen. Like it did mean that we weren't able to pump up. I think I was meant to be on at 4 o'clock ish.
Lewis, do you say it's down to the amount of people that competed, or they just
No, because although some of the categories were big-ish, there were no massive categories. I think the organisation and the way that they award it and do the on-stage system is quite confusing, and I think that wastes
Takes
a
up
lot of
time.
time taking people on and off stage constantly.
Yeah.
Because what they do is they'll do 2 categories at a time. It's very odd. I've never seen this. So let's say there was classic and athletic figure. Athletic figure would go and pump up. They would go on stage and they would do quarter turns only.
And
Then they
then
would come off stage after that. That's it. Then they would go on one by one and do a routine. Then they would all come back off, and the classic class, the second class, will go on and do a quarter turn. Then all of us will come off. Then we will all go back on one by one and do a routine. Then we will all come back off, and the figure girls will then go back on and do comparisons.
shit? That's really drawn out.
And then awards. And then we go back on, and then we do the same thing.
Right.
So by the time you're getting through, you're thinking, what category am I on? Oh, no, we're not on that because they've just come out. And
Yeah.
then,
yeah.
so I don't know if that's just how they run it. I don't know. That's how it was run yesterday, which
I
was
always
really weird.
I always try and put myself in the position of the event. Like, what do you think the advantage of doing that is, or do you think it's just a tradition that they've always done that they potentially should change?
Do you think it's to
I
keep
don't
the
know.
audience keep the audience engaged in the
I think
sense?
it's to do with like engagement of it all, but it's really difficult for all the athletes that way because no one can maintain anything or prepare for anything or timings and no one there would have looked their best,
It's tough.
No.
which is a shame for Nabra as well with the content that they want to put out. You're going to want to put people on at the best.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, but apart from that, and it was quite a late finish. I think we got away about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that is late. That's very late. Did you say bodybuilding was last?
Yes.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, should we go through like I'm gonna talk about why I did it,
Yeah.
and then we'll go through it, and we'll talk about obviously I did it. I won the classic class. There was only one classic class. It was a reasonably big class. I think there was about 8 or 9 in it. Really good lads. The lad that came second, Kieran, is a junior, 22, and he won the junior category as well. Great posing. He won a lot of trophies. The
Is there
guy's
any,
gonna from that day he's gonna be
There's
wrapped
not.
up.
I've been looking. There's not really that much.
there's nothing out there? Okay.
Um,
They've
he
only
was
just sort of
good.
covered the overall winners more so than anything else.
Yeah, they didn't cover too much, to be fair. The reason I did it is because I was at the Manchester the day before with 2 clients. We'll talk about that in a bit. And it's not that far. I was out anyway. I mean, I didn't peak for it. I'm not ready, but I just wanted to put a tan on, and I thought, do you know what? Find out what it's like. A, for clients. I've never put a client in an Nabba show either because I don't know about them. So I'm not going to suggest it. Whereas now I potentially would suggest it, which is a different story. Also, I'm not going to lie, boys. Like, I'm retiring in 3 weeks. It's my I only get to one show. It's quite nice for me and George just to pop down and do a show and have some fun. I won £1,000,
Yeah, fact. Got the
which I
stairmaster.
knew, and yeah, exactly. I'm building a home gym for when we're building a house, so that'll go down well. Bill's buy some kit.
Makes
But
sense.
it's one of them. I have since doing the show have had a little bit of grief from doing it, which I got last year. It happens. People saying that it's what did I send you guys? I can't
Did you
remember what
say
it
bang out of
was.
order or something?
Something about me
Something.
being bang out of order for doing shows. Look, at the
And
end of the day, I can appreciate that why people would think that. I do understand the perspective of the people that think that. It's not that I agree, but for me, bodybuilding really ain't that deep no more. I have a life outside of this, and I don't live and breathe like a bodybuilder all the time anymore. I
but
do
it's
shows because I've already built the standard, but I have other things going on that I'm focused on. And,
but it's also like
just
I don't really get it because it's like if you were like Sebum or something like that, and you're just like hands down genetically God champion, everything from that side of things. But it's like
if I'm breaking any rules and really, really disrespecting people, then I completely understand. I did speak to Nabba before doing the show and make sure, and they said, "Come and do it." They were buzzing that I was up for doing it, which
yeah.
is which is nice for me. Um, so if the show agree with it, then it can't be a problem. If they didn't agree with it, I wouldn't have done it. I'm not going to do the finals. All right. So the whole he's stealing this and that. I just fancied doing a show. It could have been any show. It was on a Sunday, the day after the show that I was already at. So I went and did it.
Mate,
Right.
if you wanted to do the finals though, there wouldn't be anything wrong with it.
No,
No.
and do you know what? There wouldn't. And for anybody that is in that position, if you want to, what I would say is just go and do what you want show wise, because all of this politics behind it all of he shouldn't and do. I'm not about that. What I think is about bodybuilding is just do what you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do and compete in, just go and do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
If
like
you don't like it, you'll learn from it. If it's the wrong decision, you'll learn from it. If it's the right one, you'll gain something. That's it. Ain't that deep. You'll go back to the gym
no
every
one's
day.
unbeatable though. Do you know what I mean? No one's unbeatable. Like none of us
No,
in
of
this
course
none of us in this
not.
world, do you know what I mean, are like fucking looking like Andrew Jacks, do you know what I mean? And like this, like we're all like
Even
I
Andrew
get
Jackson.
this whole like
that's what I
people are
mean. Like
really focused on this IFBB thing,
so
and
it's
it's
just like
like
why can't anyone enter anything? At the end of the day it's bodybuilding. If you're good enough
yeah,
to beat them, beat them.
it goes off the whole thing that people say, and part of it was that I'm someone of my standard knows that it's going to be so easy for me that I'm stealing that opportunity from somebody else and taking away their moment, and that's bang out of order. Um, but then again, like, okay, so all the guys that turned up and beat me when I was 17, they shouldn't have come because I was
Yeah.
good at it. It should have been my moment. Like,
You could say
no,
that
they've
about
been
everything,
grafting for
couldn't you?
years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where does that line then stop? Because
But I also think we need to get back to this mindset of obviously like I feel like there's this entitlement in like modern bodybuilding of like thing, but it's like back in the day of the UKBFF days, mate. One pro card a year, you would barely make fucking second call outs. You'd get fucking raped by like James Hollinshead, Nathan Dasher, everything like this, all trying to get their pro cards, and it's like, what?
And
Why?
do you know
Why?
what?
Why can't we be proud of like just beating our previous best and getting better? And it's like, if an athlete like Lewis is better than other athletes, well then surely that then creates the other athletes to want to spur on to get better in the next coming years.
The thing is, there is also like, I know that people focus so much on this IFBB Pro card, and if you win it, that's it, that's all there is, and that's a completely separate thing. But at the end of the day, what happens in this country, in the UK, and what we've got going on is great. And whatever you do in that, it enables us all to grow it. We all benefit from whatever input anyone does shows, and we all do the same thing. So for me,
it'd be a different story, right? If it'd be a different story possibly if you, for example, said, I'm not going to take the pro card and then I'm going to go to every show and try and win that £1,000. That would probably be a different argument from that side of things. But it's like, you went and won the show, got your pro card, took your pro card, job done. That's it now.
I still personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. If he wanted to go and win in that's like Icon PCA wins every single PCA show. Could he be an IFBB pro by now? Yeah.
I think if you
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that because obviously
that many shows again and again and again and again and win. Fair play.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I meant like turning down the pro card to keep winning £1,000 at amateur shows. Obviously, Ike was winning pro card.
In that specific federation, I see.
Yeah, so like for example, you're going to go to like Lewis turned the pro card down this weekend and then went to Wales next weekend and got the other £1,000. Do you know what I mean? From that sort of things.
Yeah.
In essence, though, that still happens in the IFBB Pro League. You'll get guys that have already got their Olympia qualification, but still do more shows.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Because obviously at that point, it's making a living in it.
Showcase that in amateur bodybuilding in our country, you can earn a decent amount of money from actually competing as an amateur in the UK, and not if you weren't somebody that was going to go down just the IFBB route, you could do quite well and you could actually be successful elsewhere. That's what I'm trying to show. It's not just a one-track thing. Yes, the IFBB, but include everything as well, all in one, just as a bodybuilding bracket.
Yeah. Done. I think a lot of people, I'll just say one more thing on it. I think a lot of people put this IFBB Pro card on such a pedestal and think that once you're that, you can't do anything else. And that's exactly what you just said, Lewis. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to compete in other federations, fucking do it. You're a bodybuilder. Most of us do this for fun. So go and have fun and compete. Like you said at the start, it's not that deep. And stop thinking that just because you're an IFBB Pro card, you're considered way above everyone else. Like, it's not about that. Just go and compete where you want to compete.
It's not like I've gone all in, done a ton of diuretics, done a mad peak. You can see I'm not like what I'm 100%. I'm not in fully staged condition. I'm not ready to go completely. I'm just there having a good time.
Yeah, let's talk on that then. Let's talk on that. So, from what I have seen, I haven't seen a lot. Do you think your closest guy was Ryan Mackins here?
Yeah, definitely. I actually did think that when I got there, I saw Ryan was there. I did think that Ryan would win. In all honesty, because if you look at the delt difference between us,
I was going to say he's got you on arms, Lewis. He ain't got those arms.
To be honest, I thought he had one because I didn't see anything until late from that side of things. All I saw was Ryan Mackins posting bits. I was like, oh, did Ryan win?
Yeah, Ryan. Just because of the size of the guy. Like, listen, Ryan is huge, man. You stand next to him, you feel it. He's a big guy, and he's won a lot of shows.
That's a chat.
Yeah, but if you're using that as bragging rights, then that shows you think he's good.
Yeah, he's good. He is good. Yeah,
he is good. And I thought he would win. I think I do beat him in the lower, personally. Don't know what you boys think.
You definitely.
Yeah. Just the flow of the physique, isn't it?
But if it's judged appropriately to category, maybe that is why I won. Again, obviously, I'm a pro in other federations, so that would make sense. He also won a pro card, so well done. If he's going to do Nabba shows, he's now a Nabba pro as well.
That's probably one of the better Ryan Mackins I've seen for a while as well.
Yeah, he looked.
And he didn't because of how late he was on as well. Bear in mind, Ryan's a 6'5" dude.
Mate, he's going to burn through some calories.
Imagine trying to keep that on point until 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah,
That's tough. That's very, very
all day.
And put food in that and not have your stomach.
Ryan was never, even if he wanted to, going to look his absolute best at that show. But he did look really good. He always looks really good. Can he be better? Yeah, he can. I've seen him better. He can be better. But he is going to bring that. He had a really bad injury a couple of weeks ago. He's seeing how it's going. He's never done Nabba either. He was doing the same thing, trying it out. Yeah.
I'm assuming he's probably going on to Universe Pro Show, isn't he?
Yeah, I think, all it means for Ryan now is if he does compete regularly, doesn't he? And he's got other pro cards. So if he was doing a season again, he could probably do quite a lot jumping into these different pro shows and picking up good money and stuff and wins and doing well.
I do wonder if, I think we've spoken about this before, if we will see more IFBB pros do this. Like you said,
we'll see.
Money. Very good money.
I'm not trying to advocate anything either, and I'm not trying to say, come and follow me. But I'm just saying, do what you want. It was fun.
Yeah. But if we think about it, like, let's add up all the prize money that you could potentially win. With all the PCA shows, what's that? That's maybe $7.5 grand, about that, right?
I've won so far, and since October, $5 grand in prize money.
That's the 2 shows, yeah?
Yeah.
That's from 3 shows.
But the amateur?
I won $1.5 grand for second at the British in the pro show.
Yeah, and then a 2.5 grand and then $1 grand.
Yeah, cool. So if you did them and the Nabba show, and I think some of the PCA international shows give out prize money too, if I'm not mistaken. But
well, there's obviously PCA Pro, obviously shows abroad.
Let's just hypothetically say I won the universe. That would be $7.5 grand of prize money in just over 6 months of bodybuilding,
which is amazing. Really, really good.
Which I don't know anyone that's earning that in prize money. If prize money is your thing,
the only person I know earning absolute bank is Lebos.
Yeah, a lot more than obviously what
he goes and clears up Wabber
and listen, that's not groundbreaking, change your life money, is it? But it's
no.
It's
I mean, even what he's earning isn't. Do you know what I mean, in the grand scheme of things? But it goes towards paying off some bills of bodybuilding.
In comparison to what I spend to compete in this now, and take drug wise, and now earn back the difference from being an IFBB pro spending wise to now earning is I'm now in the plus where I was thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands in the minus.
Yeah.
So I'm actually now having earning money from bodybuilding. It's not losing me any money. The money that I earn covers everything that I would spend.
That's the difference as well. Like IFBB pros, they might think, yeah, I get my show entry for free, but you've got to spend so much money traveling internationally to do these.
Yeah, and maintaining that for a season is crazy expensive.
Right, should we talk about the shows then?
Yeah. The shows. Yeah, sorry. So we'll skip through it. George won the teens. He's a bit of an influencer, 15-year-old lad. He competed last year for the first time. It's his second season. There was 4 in his category, so it was actually a good win. Obviously, it's teens, so it can go up to 19, I believe. Yeah. So at 15 to win the teens, very good achievement. Then we had Kieran that won the juniors. He came second in the classic. He's going on to do some shows this season, so we'll see him in some PCA shows, which would be nice.
There was a Ben Malone first timers I saw.
Yes, he was good actually. Very standout in his category for a first timer. Actually, Ben.
Sorry, lads, I can't show anything because there's no.
Yeah, there's nothing on there.
There was a video of Ben actually. Try Nabba, North Britain
Nabba
instead.
North Britain, maybe.
This one? No, it's
No, I mean
Southeast.
like click on the type in Nabba North Britain page rather than
Oh, I
Nabba.
see.
They've all.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think that's Ben there, the video there in the blue trunks.
There we go.
Which is quite a nice physique, man, for a first timer.
This time, very good. Very, very
Good set
good.
of legs on him.
Good condition.
The standards, boys, across the board was really good. Really good, to be fair. The winners were all really good.
And then obviously Class 1 Mackins, but I haven't seen anything else for the rest of the boys.
Class 1 Mackins, the Class 2, did the Class 2 and 3 win? I think, did he win both of them? Might have been the same guy or something. I don't know what happened. They all went on together.
I really like the backdrop as well.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
They all went on together, so it's a little bit confusing, and I don't know everybody's names that was there. That's another thing. They need to post more of who
The
is
winners.
there and winning.
Yeah, all
Because
classes.
they have got photos, so they might do soon, and we might be bringing this out too early.
Yeah, maybe.
Because the photography is they're stopping and taking pictures of every single person that comes top 3.
Yeah.
So they have got them. Whether or not they post them, I don't know.
Just because PCA's got a whole team just uploading them straight away, isn't it? That's why they're always wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the men's physique verse? Was there many men's physique there?
So yeah, men's physique was pretty busy, to be fair, mate. The guy that won it, it's a difficult one. He was in the overall with the bodybuilders, so I did see him in the overall. I think he's prepped before years ago. I can't remember his name. I'll actually find him because he followed me earlier, and you'll be able to look at him, Matt, for you. I followed him back.
Was this him?
The overall figure winner.
No, that's actually
Someone's posted.
not him. His Instagram is _ This is the guy you'll probably see maybe on his
Stories.
Oh,
there you go. The guy on the left.
And that's George to the right
That's
of him
George
as well.
in the middle, the 15-year-old. That's Kieran on the right, junior.
Okay. Yeah, it's
So
hard to
he
tell
won.
from just that screenshot. He looks really
Yeah,
lean.
yeah,
Lovely
yeah.
midsection, but yeah, it's hard to
But
tell.
he did have a good midsection, good shape, great condition. It was his condition and midsection that won him the show. Like we always talk about, that is what won him that class. So, yeah.
Fair play.
He's competed before, yeah.
And then Jen Newton won the toned figure and overall female as well.
Yes, she will
Yeah, she is
cover.
top right. She.
What I will say is,
before,
the lighting
Northwest as
in
well.
this specific video, she did look a bit like she was leaner than this video. A little bit leaner.
Did you say she did
Because-
PCA the day before?
Yeah, she was at Northwest the day before. Yeah, she took second in tone figure the day before.
It's never easy to do back-to-back days. It's not even like with her, she wouldn't have a drastic peak week or anything, but it's the act of actually getting on stage and then traveling between locations. It's tiring, man. It's fucking
yeah.
tiring.
After a busy day as well.
Yeah. There's nothing better than having that first shower after 2 days of competing.
I always stop off at a pure
That's the
gym.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact.
I run in a pure gym and get a shower and then drive home.
Yeah.
Every time. I don't drive home without a shower. I can't. I hate the tan.
Yeah, it is awful.
I can't do 2 hours in my car with that stickiness and glaze after that glaze and all that. Nah, get it off me.
I had late
Google Maps, pure
checkout.
gym near me.
I had late checkout at the hotel for the regional, the Two-Bro show, so I just rushed back and got showered.
Yeah.
Now, if it's at Braywick, you're all sorted because of showers.
They don't
Not
go
there
there
anymore. It's not at Braywick anymore. It's gone.
Damn.
anymore.
Yeah, so that was Nabba anyway. We'll cover PCA because I was there as well. Did you guys have any clients in the PCA?
No.
Nah, I didn't have any in. Obviously, we'll just cover thingy, Ben Weiders Spain. Obviously, Nath got second.
Oh yes, let's do that first. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Spain and then
And then
we'll
we
do
can cover
PCA.
the last of the bulk of it.
I tell you what, there wasn't many UK competitors go there, which is weird because
No,
Asia
we'll
No.
just cover the UK guys from this because
Yeah, it was
they
literally
would have done,
just.
they would have done well. I mean, I don't think any of the UK lads, no disrespect to him, would have beaten the classic winner because he was really fucking good.
he was good.
Yeah,
No, I did.
yeah.
I kept an eye out. I like to see.
Yeah, he was exceptional. Men's physique standard wasn't that deep and it wasn't that busy either. But yeah, we'll start with bodybuilding. Where is he? Because he
Further
won
down,
his
because
class
that's the
and
pro
then
shows.
he got moved into the middle, didn't he?
Those two, yeah. So it's a difficult one. Like, obviously, this is the best Nath we have ever seen. Peeled, all the house, absolutely bang on the money. And obviously, he did get moved into centre, and he looks. The other guy has got better shape, but I also don't think, obviously, as conditioned, as muscular. He's obviously got some good body parts and stuff, but it's like it's an apples and oranges thing, and I think quite a few people are still a bit shocked because obviously, like, at the end of the day, it's still size and condition matters. But I feel like they favoured shape more so over size and
How many
condition.
times has Nath been in that position one on one?
Is this the
This is the first overall yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy there that's took it.
It's his first overall.
Not for this year. It is, yeah. First overall he's made.
Okay, he is really good from the back.
Yeah,
Like
this
he's really
that guy's back double is like.
he
I
is
just don't
he's
think he
just not
matched top to bottom in a sense,
Yeah.
but he
I
like
hear that.
I wonder if that's to do with his posing. Like his feet stance seems so wide, doesn't it? Like from the
yeah.
back, he closes it, and it just
Do you boys ever think that when they're judging in these kind of shows, there's a little bit of the fact that they're anticipating what their potential could
Could be.
be?
I
Because
was
not
literally saying this the other day.
necessarily where they could be at the moment. Because
We said
Nate's maybe matching that now. This guy in 3 years, you can see that is going to be.
this is what I was actually when we got the result of Nath, because obviously we were all waiting to find out the result, and then I was like, I feel like the IFBB is favouring shape a lot because I think they're looking at what is then the potential of them adding size on and condition. Like if you've already got superior shape and structure, if you just have time filling that up, that physique's going to be far more impressive in 5 years than maybe
Yeah.
you're getting towards your ceiling in a sense.
I think for maybe in some classes, in bikini, definitely not though.
No,
Like
no. Oh
that's
no, I'm talking about bodybuilding now
I'm
because
just, I'm just,
because of obviously if you look at
yeah,
the top 10 boys at the Olympia, they've
yeah,
all got tiny waists. They've all
yeah,
got shape. Do you know what I mean? Like no, there's no just mass monsters with a little bit of a wider waist anymore. Like
yeah,
Crizzo, even the grand scheme of things, like he's so wide. Yes, his waist is a little bit thick, but it also doesn't look too bad, and his shape's not too bad. And he's probably one
no,
of
yeah, and he's
the
front double.
he's probably one of the least shapely sort of guys in there, and massive. So I think they're favouring towards shape a lot more because of the aesthetic side of things and trying to get away from just mass shredded from that side of things. So I think they are, especially in bodybuilding, looking at going, okay, that's probably why heavyweights favour win more because it's like, okay, heavyweight could either go classic or go keep pushing up to open with a shape. Do you know what I mean? It's going to look good. Do you know what I mean from that side of things and be another competitive pro rather than a pro that then doesn't necessarily do things.
yeah. No, I was going to say like yes, I do agree with that with some classes. Like I was going to say bikini, not so much. I've seen her actually do the
No.
opposite sometimes. But
Yeah.
then for men's physique, I do actually see what you're saying on that front as well. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they will go for guys that have like very, very good structure, but muscularity standpoint and even sometimes condition, they're not as good as some of the other guys on the stage. But I'll take the win because they could. Yeah, I do think that the long term potential
Yeah.
and just their structure can carry them through. And maybe that's what's happened here, right?
Yeah, because I think obviously, like even Suki obviously was there, and I think even in person, obviously when you see it, probably the size and everything, it probably looks even more so.
What did you boys think to Nath's look then?
Mate, it was the best Nath I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, really good.
Like, obviously he's one of my closest best mates, and I was messaging him like, mate, you are on. Like you and
Was he
Joe.
happy with his look for this,
Mate,
Josh?
he messaged me and he was like, "This is the first time I've actually been happy with my look." He even posted it
What
on
was
his
it?
story. He posted it on his
Nice, man.
story and stuff like that. He was like, Heckles, Nath Heck, or Heckles, Heckles.
Obviously, you've always got that feeling of like, if you don't win it, it is gutting. But if you're happy with how you look, it
Like
does
that
make it
look there,
better.
mate. I was like, that
Yeah,
is bang
man,
on.
fair play. That is the best I've seen him look.
Yeah, him and Joe absolutely nailed the peak. He even put it on his story saying, "Me and Joe fucking nailed this one." So
I really feel like as well, like he's very balanced in this shot here. Like head to toe balance is very good.
because the
He's
one thing is
close,
having
man.
fullness in Nath's legs, and I think they really managed to get the fullness in his legs and match everything beautifully.
Yeah, I can see it there.
He's gonna get it this year. Come on, he's not
off,
stopping, is he, Josh?
He's off to Tunisia now. So
Come on, he's got this. I think he can do this, man.
Well, Tunisia is a men's only show, and there's two pro cards per class. So
Nice, nice. He should have a good
Nice.
chance.
so
I know
fingers crossed for him.
Ash is.
But yeah, well done anyway, bro. Look at it.
So I think there's a few UK people going over there. Smart choice. Was there anyone else that did the Ben Weiders, or was that it?
Not from
that
like
I
a
know.
bodybuilding or figure. Sorry, Tony. Of course, fucking forget Tony. She actually won a pro card. She won the figure pro card TD. She's the one that won the Ben Weider regional. The regional before Ben Weider and didn't win the pro.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Cool. That's awesome. All up.
she won a pro card. I wouldn't say she had too much competition in the overall, to be honest. Like, she was probably the biggest, and sort of there was a girl with slightly better shape than her, but she didn't have anywhere near the muscle and size.
Right.
But great win, now a pro, a very nice look. Tony's
Nice.
obviously, we've fed back on Tony before. It's just making sure her upper now matches her lower.
Cool pro cards, them, you know.
That girl on the right is what I was thinking, that I quite liked her structure in the green, just not as dense with it.
Yeah, you can see it through the quads, just a little bit thinner, isn't it? The quads, but good detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool show to turn pro in.
Oh, mate, I said this yesterday. I only want to turn pro at an Emilio show for the ring, man.
I've got the ring. Cool, man.
That would be awesome. Right, on to
Got the
PCA.
ring. PCA.
Let's go.
Good show. I was there as well.
Mate, your boys got very unlucky because I thought they were both looking very good. And then there was monsters in their class.
Do you know what, lads? Right, we'll go over it. Yeah, it's one of them as a coach where I'm happy because that was the best they both looked and the best that we could have done with what we did have there.
Yeah.
Especially like Keir's going show to show, going through his season. We're not nowhere near his main show. So, and Rye, we decided
Start
last
with that
minute.
black dude in the green.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. So the standard was good. It was a busy show. It was in that Manchester arena. You boys have been there before. I actually like that.
Yeah, I love that arena. It's nice. It's a good one.
I like
I
I
like the
do
way
like the
it goes.
stag. Yeah, the stagness. You see everything
Feel
beautiful.
like you've got people behind you. Audience was packed, lads. It was pretty much like looks pretty much sold
And
out.
I feel like when it's like steep like that and it's thingy, you get a better atmosphere as well because obviously everything's
Yeah, the
vibrant,
atmosphere was good.
Yeah.
Always quality. We had.
Gypsy Black was the winner of the first time of bodybuilding here.
He was really good. His actual shape is fantastic. If he can get a little bit more condition, then he will be really, really good.
Yeah. I was gonna
For a
say,
first time at bodybuilding, mate.
yeah, first time, that's incredible.
A lot of muscle for a first timer, yeah, a lot.
Fair play.
And you could see that as well when he was stood next to people. You could see how dense he actually is. He's got dense muscle. He's obviously been training a lot of years before he's done this show.
I watched I think I watched the quick interview with him. I think he's got a heavy rugby background.
Yeah, that you can. Do you know? Yeah, you can see that he's got that muscle that he's obviously had,
Athletic
which is
background.
nice. Good shape, yeah, 100%.
Fair play. Fair play. Right. Juniors next, and this junior class was
Yeah. So juniors. So what happened was my client Ryan wasn't in juniors. He was meant to be in bodybuilding short. However, they moved him. Well, we decided to move because there was no one in it, and we didn't want to do.
I see.
And the guy we knew that was doing juniors beat Rye 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of Jake's,
So I thought, do you know what?
one of
We might as
Blade's
well,
coaches, I think.
rather than waiting all day to be in the overall against him, we might as well do it earlier in the day. So we didn't carb Rye up. We'll go over the guy that come third because the top three in this category were all really good. So the guy
Yeah,
that come third, if you look,
I really like this Harry Blackburn. He's coached by Jack Eagles.
he's Jack Eagle's client, and I
Yeah.
went and spoke to him after and just said, like, mate, you are. I look at that. I was mad impressed. I actually think in another show he's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mate,
yeah.
put him, I think he should be in classic and not in bodybuilding. I think he'd do better.
I do agree with that, but then again, looking at classic and the size of them, I don't know if he'd have won that either. So I think looking at the standards of juniors, he could be really good at for juniors for a bit.
But then
How old is
you got Luke Wadham coming out and you're like coming to ruin everyone's
And
day.
and then obviously
do we know,
second
sorry,
place.
do we know how old he is?
He's
No.
23, 22.
Okay, so he's on the cusp of juniors then.
Yeah, I think he's 20.
Yeah.
I think he's 22.
Gosh.
So then we've got second place down one there. Yeah, my client Rye.
Mate, you did a great job with both your boys, by the way. Like they looked really good.
He's on. He's not full. He's not his main show.
Yeah, but they're peeled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Comment is my
I
client.
I don't think like even if you brought him in fuller, I don't think you would have got the first place here. Just because I mean the guy will cover him in a minute. The guy that got first place, his glutes were just ridiculous. The best glutes I've seen on a junior. But yeah, Ryan looked fantastic, man. Like the presentation that he's got is very, very nice. The condition that he's got, the tan, the works. I don't think you could have done anything more really. Like even if
I think
what do you think, Lewis? Do you think he could have got first place?
I think he just needs to get a tiny bit. He can be a tiny bit sharper than this.
I was just about to say the way I look at his physique, he could be a tiny bit tighter without it being hard
I've coached Ryan
hard
for
work to
years.
get there.
I've coached Rye for years. He could take about 2 to 3 pounds off this and still
Yeah.
not lose anything. And then we can go quite
Hard.
a bit harder than we did with food. But we didn't. We knew we weren't going to. Neither
there's
of
no
us were
point.
going to do that.
Yeah, I think
So-
you can see just a little bit more off that lower back and glute, and then you'll be fucking. I reckon that'll then.
But he was very happy with how it's looked. And on the day, watching them two pose, it was mint. The audience loved it. That was a really good thing to watch when it's like that in a show. Because Rye was leaner than the winner by quite a lot from the back as well. But the size from the back was the biggest difference. Other guys' glutes and hams were huge.
Like I said,
And
I've never
this
seen
dude-
glutes on a junior like this.
And
Yeah, Jake.
and you can tell he's with Blade Coaching because he's painted gold.
I'm not a fan of the tan man, but listen, it is what it is.
That's what Craig man
I
always
think-
wears.
Yeah.
Those glutes, man. I'm
posted
so
on my
jealous.
page
I'm so
some
jealous
photos.
that anyone that can pop their glutes out and still have them striated because I have to suck mine in because I've got shit
Right.
glutes.
I put some comparisons of the top two on mine if you want to see it.
But that top three, man, for a junior bodybuilding show is fucking class.
Very impressive. Imagine like being another junior turning up to that and being against those three. You're like, fuck's sake. Very good standards.
Oh, you know that junior, the German junior we saw in the earlier shows, the massive one, what Christian Guess's junior. He was actually
Post of riots on there.
he was actually in the super. He was actually in the supers at the Ben.
Not that one. That one, yeah. There's a couple.
Oh, he's hit how Ryan's hitting a shot.
Yeah,
My leg position much better there. I don't when they bend the leg.
yeah, I like it.
It's just size,
It is just size. Yeah,
you know. So that was it.
that's what I meant by like. There's not a lot you could have done. You couldn't have done anything really.
There you go. That was it. So
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
That's where he's won it. That's where he's won it.
Well, here and also that hamstring drop.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
again, I think Rye's better in terms of the delt, chest, ab definition. I don't think Ryan's hamstrings looks too weak there. It's just his tattoo that's sort of throwing it off a bit.
Cool.
And that quad, and he smoked him on the quad there.
Right.
So there you go.
Great junior.
Juniors.
Great junior.
Fantastic junior winner. Then obviously we had classic short, which was good because we had the overall winner that we were impressed by the other week.
Josh Jenkins. Moved from junior
Mr. Josh
bodybuilding.
Jenkins.
Moved from junior
Saw him on the
bodybuilding.
day, spoke to him. Well done to Josh. He won the bodybuilding short, and in my opinion, he did win the bodybuilding short by some way. He was actually, I like to see him in classic. Sorry.
That was going to be my question. What do we think of him in classic? Do we think he suits classic more or bodybuilding more?
I think right now he does suit where he's at right now. He suits classic really well for classic short.
I would
really well.
I would agree. As soon as his upper's bigger, he'll be bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And I think that would actually be a good move. I would have, if he'd have chose to do juniors in this show,
he would have won
against first
He would have won.
place.
He would have won.
I don't. You think Josh would have won?
Yeah, he's got the size and the condition.
Potentially. Then, so then you've got to think about that.
It's hard to say until you see people next to each other, but we have seen Josh next to other big bodybuilders, and he still looks impressive. So,
Mate, Josh took the overall, so as a junior.
Josh probably would have taken it.
Josh can make that decision now, can he, and where he wants to go.
And also, you got to remember as well, his junior class was actually stacked as well. If anything, it might have been pushing this junior class.
I mean, the guy that he beat in classic was decent as well, Mateus here.
Yeah, no, the classic was good all the way through. This guy was very big.
Yeah.
He just didn't have as much classic shape. So the shape side of things actually won Josh the show, which kind of confirms what he wanted, which is nice for him.
Do you think
this guy
should have bumped him up then, or?
I could see him as a bodybuilder, mate. I really could when I was watching him. Yeah, in comparison to the other lads.
I was going to say, because on his own look right now, he doesn't look.
He's posing
in a very classic way.
He's posing
as well.
Really well.
His posing was really classic and really good.
And he's got a great beard. Great beard.
Yeah, he was cool. He looked like a Viking.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice posing. I love that. Cool. Right, classic tool.
So classic tour was interesting, because we had some people that I said I'd mention them on the podcast. I said don't. Obviously, Jake did classic tour. He won the show the other week. It was his last show of the season. There was people like that in it. Big top 5. It's a biggest class of the day.
Where are we starting, Lewis? Do you want to start on your guy? So I do know Martins. So Martins trains in a gym that I trained in.
Can't you find 5th and 6th and go up?
Yeah, can do.
Make order and we'll just see what we think.
I've skipped completely. Here?
Who's
5th
that?
place. No, yeah. Oh no, that's short.
See, it's confusing because I actually think, maybe they haven't posted it.
I don't think they posted many of the tour.
We'll just have to start with 3rd. So Martins and
go with 3rd. So he was good. He was arguably the most shredded on the classic stage from the front, definitely from the lower. His legs and his glutes were peeled on stage. He was very, very lean. He just needs to be bigger. He just needs to be bigger.
Yeah. He did men's physique last week in an IBFA or something like that. And I think he looks better in men's physique, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was the first time he did it. He didn't even learn the posing or anything. I still think he looked better in men's physique.
He was very, very lean, though. I remember seeing him.
He is dry through that midsection.
He was, very detailed look.
Yeah.
Fair play.
So that was nice. He was good. That's what got him in the 3rd as well. And then Kia came 2nd, which this was a good placing for Kia because the guy that won it was good, but him and Kia had a battle, which was quite nice. And that's all that he wants is to finally be in the battle for the higher placings and the top spots. So it's nice for Kia to get that. We're just doing the same thing, sharpening him up, and then once he's a bit sharper, he can be that little bit fuller show to show. You know how it works, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not rocket science, is it? But yeah, a better Kia as we'd expect this week.
What was his weight difference here, Lewis, between this show?
So we pulled another almost £4 off.
Okay, yeah.
um, and then filled him up, and he ended up being eh, about £2 lighter on stage in total.
Okay, yeah, you can see that. He is tighter. Cool. And then the winner, he just had massive quads, right? He's
Taper.
Yeah, Charles, very good, very nice shape in a lot of. I think my honest opinion is he's actually not making himself look as good as he could. From when I was watching him, if he learns to position his hips better and his poses better and his comparisons, and I only know this because I was watching him, he'll look really good. Like he's better than he's showing. Although he looks great, don't get me wrong, his physique's fantastic. He can be even better than this.
yeah.
He
I
just
thought
needs a bit more work on his posing,
He could,
especially that from the rear.
he could be sharper through the back.
He didn't tense his glutes at all.
And he's not engaging his hamstrings either.
Even in comparisons, all like I mean, I posted as well comparisons of him and Kia, um, and he's not on his glutes at all. He should be because they're big.
yeah, yeah. So that's just a posing thing then, which he can
Yeah,
easily fix for that
which
show.
100% deserved winner. Get that sorted, and he'll do really well.
Potential depends on the lineup, right?
And what another off season, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Do,
say. I wouldn't.
do
I
I
don't
think
look
he
at him
could
and
win the
go.
PCA universe?
I,
Yes, depending on who comes.
I don't think they
Do I
would
think he's
awarded a car.
going
I
to win
don't
a
think they
pro
would
card?
award.
Not yet.
I don't. I can't see Ryan giving that a card personally.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out in 3 weeks. Right. What are we on next?
So then we had bodybuilding, which
Medium.
there was no shorts because Ryan moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had the medium, which
Ed.
winner, Eddie.
Ed was the overall winner, right?
Ed's got ridiculous shape, man.
Yeah, so good. His front
I
lats
still.
was outrageous.
Yeah, he's got such that bubbly taper.
He's
Chats him a fair
grown a
bit, man.
lot though,
Yeah.
Where is he? Where's
um,
his individual?
because he has done classic before, right? So
What
he's
last
now doing
last
an
season
open.
that
He,
he did? Is
he,
this his first season as a bodybuilder?
I believe so, right? Is that correct?
yeah,
He's coached by Nate, yeah?
in Nathan Styles, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him on Nate's thing.
If so, that's impressive.
I don't think he stepped on stage for a bit.
Fucking hell, that is such a nice shot. I
He's
think you
got
might have
such a
got your front lat spread, Lewis.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
he's
Really
got
nice.
such a bubbly physique.
Yeah. Look at that detail.
Definitely the right move to move into bodybuilding.
Fucking hell. Yeah, he's good. Very, very good. Can see why he won the overall.
100%.
Those legs are just ridiculous.
And again, like, he can be a bit sharp, but I imagine he's doing what everyone's doing at the minute,
Yeah.
which we know most people that are. If you're good in a show and you're not fully on and ready yet, you're probably like that for a reason because you're
Mate,
doing another show.
he's 100% not fully peeled.
No, he's not, but I can imagine he's already planned and knows that.
Yeah, he's focusing on the universe.
So it's not really a critique.
And then you
Was
got
that, was that the only bodybuilding class?
no, they had a tool class as well. There's a guy called
Oh,
Will. That guy,
just
yeah,
just one.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like the classic was. It wasn't a busy show. The audience was packed, but the show itself was dead. And
This guy,
classic
this
was
guy
the
should have
biggest
been in
category.
classic tool, shouldn't he?
Yeah,
How do you think you would have placed in classic tool?
I mean, I would say he's in the mix of winning it.
Yeah,
I'd say he's got similar structure to the guy that won it, but he's got more muscle and he's more conditioned.
he's definitely leaner through the rear, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting battle.
But yeah, I agree with that. I think he should be in.
I think if you're going to pose like that, just be in classic.
By this point, I had to leave because I had a show.
Right.
And then
So
figure,
my clients obviously weren't in the overall. So
Oh,
so
geez,
figure we got Hannah Metcalf, and this is a massive fucking improvement from the last time she stepped on stage. Hannah's condition wasn't. She was actually in bikini before, actually, as well. Sorry, she's moved up to figure. She's coached by Joey Farrell, and this is the leanest I have ever seen Hannah. So fair play, and a very nice toned figure look. And in all honesty, I probably would have given her the overall as well over the athletic girl.
all right.
ooh,
Okay.
Because I think she suits the criteria of tone figure more than the other girl suits the criteria of athletic.
there we go.
And that's obviously the reason why.
Yeah.
The girl that won, obviously Nabba came second to her. Obviously the one that followed in day, that there, Jen.
Yeah.
I actually think she looked better at Nabba.
Yeah, by the looks of things as well. She looked sharper at Nabba, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm. Okay, right, on to the next. Where are we?
Athletic figure pose down.
There's a few of them.
Yeah. And then that's the winner there. Jen. I believe. Sorry, no, not Jen. Jaroslova or Jarka.
Really good.
On the things. So I think she had the nicest shape out of the lot of them, and then obviously the mix of condition and muscularity. So I think that's obviously why she's pipped it over the rest of them. For an athletic girl, with the level of athletic girls that I'm seeing and everything from that side, she just needs more size.
Good delts on her though in their front shot. I want to see her front shot again.
Yeah.
That's what made her stand out in that pose down. She's not coming around to the front. So did you say she took the overall?
She won the overall.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, she took the overall.
Yeah, she won the overall. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh,
And then train figure Tracy. I think she was the only one in train figure. She's obviously not a massive category. But she is train figure. She's peeled and she's muscular as fuck. I think obviously, I think probably like the age, maybe I'm going to say a bit of age thing with skin and stuff like this, possibly, but she is shredded out of her box, and its shape's probably obviously just what sort of lets her down here a bit. I think more so
For
obviously in terms of like big,
what I was going
big
to say
name
for
trains.
masters girls with the backs of the legs and glutes like that, they really need to pop their glutes back more. I found out with my masters
Yeah.
competitors, like in those rear shots, you just have to pop those glutes back to so you don't have that skin there. And it
Yeah,
gets
to
rid
keep
of
that
it.
tension.
So, yeah, it's just a posing thing, and you can definitely hide that because she's got glutes. It looked like she has glutes,
Yeah.
so you just got to pose that a little bit better.
It's
But
a
yeah,
hard one with trained because obviously it's a smaller class during across the season, so it's like I always just compared to Jill Wade, who obviously is the reigning constant champion, and I'm like, what's the difference? Jill's just got a bit more taper and structure from that side of things, and a bit more muscle.
yeah. Right, so on to men's physique. So Oliver took the junior win here. I'd say it's probably his midsection that managed to get him the win. In terms of a muscularity standpoint, obviously, do need more muscle, but he's a junior at the end of the day. And men's physique is the entry level class, so he's only going to continue to develop as he goes. But yeah, for a junior, it's good stage presence. Definitely posed a lot better than I did as a junior, that's for sure. So yeah, he's just got to keep developing his physique, keep getting more size. If I was if I was a junior in this position, I probably wouldn't really go for universe. I would just look to grow from here. Like you've done a show, you've gathered data, you know where you're at with things. Now you know what you need to do.
I'm. What do you boys think? Like, I'm a coach that, for a lot of lads, I will advocate go and do a show. Go and do a first time show. Go through the experience of a prep. See if bodybuilding is for you before you actually like do an off season for a bit. Before you fully commit to the process and live it, do that first show, and then often you'll know it's even if they're not yet there and you know they're not going to win it, do it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh
Um,
yeah, I think
because
what
I
Matt's
think
saying I completely agree with though, because obviously, like, he's been good enough to win this show. Is he good enough? We know of what
he is.
standard we
He
can
has
what we
aligned.
know can
Yeah,
come to what we can come to a universe. No,
is
do you know what I
he's
mean?
going to
Is he
struggle to win
better
a
off? Is
universe,
he
and I fully agree with that. And that's what I mean. Is
is he
this
better
guy's
off?
obviously he's
I
probably
was going to
done
say better
this
off just growing.
to put him in for some experience and to see if he can how he does. Do you know what I mean? He's done well. Got a win in the experience he needed.
Exactly. And now he knows what he needs to do moving forward, for sure. Josh, plug your phone in or laptop in, mate. You're nearly out of battery. Just come up as a warning. Right, on to Masters next. Now, the Masters, we'll just go straight to the Masters winner because he's really good, actually, Christopher. So I saw him compete at the British Finals, I
Jeez.
think, last year. I felt bad for him because he won, but they didn't give him the pro card. So that can happen in PCA. You know, they give out the pro card based upon a standard and if you think you're worthy. And I think he was a little bit hard done by because I've seen him give out pro cards to people that are not as good. He's actually downsized a little bit here compared to how he looked at the finals last year, but they still brought him in peeled. He's coached by James Walters, and his midsection, as you can see, just fucking razor sharp.
Yeah, I mean his back as well
Yeah,
is
Great
pretty.
shape.
he's got all the
Great
attributes
shape.
of a very good men's physique competitor. He just
I
needs
feel like
to,
he's not even getting that back completely fully open either. I feel like there's a little bit more, but that midsection is ridiculous.
he just needs to take an off season seriously and grow some size. But it's not everyone's intention, you know. It's not everyone's goal. Some people just like to prep and have fun with it.
I think he just needs more arms and more lat width.
Yeah, he just needs a bit more of him everywhere. But the structure and the muscle bellies and the way he's put together is men's physique all over, for sure.
That six pack is etched out, man.
Yeah, very detailed. So I thought he was going to be in the mix for the overall, but the short class winner took it. How would you say that name, chaps? Sharam? Sharam?
Sharam Mohammed, yeah.
Yeah, very nice look. Peeled, very detailed through the rear when he turns around in a minute, like his lower back's in as well.
Yeah,
And
that's nice, that.
yeah, with men's physique, if you've got really nice big capped delts, a good etched in midsection, you're off to a great start, and that's what this guy's got. So I can see why they went with him because he's just got a really nice sort of like structure and flow to him. I think overall he does need more size for sure. And to be in with a mix for a pro card, I think he needs a little bit more size. But the potential's there.
And he needs to get that gyno sorted.
Yeah, the elephant in the room, it is there. But I I have seen guys get rewarded in
Oh,
PTA a lot with gyno.
oh yeah, but if I'm talking, we're also talking like how to keep to the top level. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
how,
in
do you know
in
what I mean?
PC IFBB, you wouldn't get away with it. No, no.
But a nice back shot, a nice condition, razor sharp front shot. So yeah, solid.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Hugh's good as well. So Hugh took the win in the tool class here. I love this guy's front shot. Not many people can hit it with when they've got long arms like Hugh here. He's tall. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
Do
They
you know
can't
who you're?
get away with it.
Do you know who he reminds me of a bit on that front shot? Is it Ghana Man, the IFBB?
Oh, Jeffrey Darko.
Yeah, I'm sure he goes by Ghana Man. That's the only name I know him by from that sort of thing.
Big Black Ghana Man is Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Even Jeffrey Darko can't hit the Ryan Terry shot like that. He still does it
no,
with a twist. And usually I would say don't do it, but I think it actually does look quite good on Hugh.
yeah, I agree.
So yeah, he's absolutely peeled. He's built a lot of size since he was last on stage as well. And
I
yeah,
think
he's definitely leveled up.
he
I
just
think he
needs.
can be a tiny bit through the rear.
I think he needs to pose his rear properly. I don't think he's leant back and
Is
kept
that
his.
what you think it
I
is?
think he's leaning too far forward on it. So he actually needs to. One, he needs to drive his elbows through a bit more on the back, hands overhead. But I also think he needs to lift his chest up as well on that once he goes on the rear.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look again.
All right, okay, yeah, he's not doing,
He's
he's
not.
not pulling back
He's not
like
pulling.
this.
He's not
He's
rolled his
lifting
shoulders
back,
back
yeah.
and got his chest up to get his
He
rear
needs
delts
to
in.
pull that back with it, yeah.
Yeah. But again, this is the routine at the end. He might have nailed it in the comparisons.
Oh yeah, but a very nice lip, mate. Well
You
done.
are racking up the clients for men's physique posing now, Josh, aren't you?
So yeah, that was
Nobody come to me for posing lessons. You will get declines.
Sneaky plug, go to Matt instead.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I sent him.
Matt and Lewis, that way, that way.
Men's physique goes to Matt.
That is a good overall, you know. It's good overall. The Masters, short, tall, all of those guys are good. I wouldn't hit the front double like that though.
Oh, what do you think to shots like that in an overall? Do you still think keep to the normal poses?
No,
Yeah.
I had to. One of my posing clients sent me over his routine this week, and he put the classic shot in like that. I told him to take it out. Take it out.
Yeah.
No. And what triggers me the most, I don't know if it gets you boys, is when bikini girls do like most muscular shots.
Oh, yeah. Awful.
Yeah. When does that happen? Who does that?
Oh, mate.
Scarlett will do that.
Oh, actually, I can be honest, boys. I was just in a pose down at the weekend with a figure girl, so
Yeah. I mean, figures
anything
allowed
can
to do
happen
most muscular.
nowadays.
Figures allowed to do
Fingers
most.
allowed.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anything can happen,
That must have been, how was that? The pose down, because the overall was that it was in men's and women's
bro.
together.
Bro, I think it went on for about 3 hours. I've never. Holy cow! I
Please,
don't know
please
what
tell
they
me you
did.
both did the classic head-to-head crab most muscular.
No, well, we was everyone was getting a bit fed up by the end of it. I don't know what was going on.
Man, there's nothing
Anyway,
worse than an
yeah,
overall pose down that lasts ages because the sweat's just going in your eyes. You just
bro,
oh,
I'm not even exaggerating this. If you was there, you would be yeah. It was like,
right. Well,
anyway,
that's it then, right, boys? That all done?
yeah,
Okay.
man. Good weekend, really. I
Of
mean,
bodybuilding.
quieter weekend of actually entries. We didn't have as many total entries in the shows. PCO was a little bit quieter this weekend. The Nabba show was busier than the PCA show, I'd say, with numbers, but again, not crazy, and not that busy in Spain.
No.
No,
So
very
we'll see how
quiet
it
in
picks
Spain.
up.
Is there any
Have we got?
IFBB Pro
I haven't-
qualifiers this weekend?
Well, it will be
I've got no shows.
Sweden and Tunisia,
Nice. So yeah,
Is that all we've got?
10th of May.
there's a few people going over for that. Well, there's also a PCA and there's also a NABA. Busy weekend.
What is that?
Yeah, I've got 3 clients on this weekend.
What PCA is
NABA,
on
one
next
in
weekend?
PCA.
Yeah, what PC is on?
Is it north, east, something like that? I think it's near Newcastle.
Yeah, it is northeast Gateshead. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
back at the Fed. It's where Lewis just was. I like that venue.
Right. So yeah, busy weekend. So
Be
guys,
in for another busy one.
thanks for liking the video. Thanks for sharing. A few people have been sharing, which is really, really nice as well. Appreciate all of it. And we'll see you in the next one.